Press the bell icon on the YouTube app and never miss another update.
हेलो स्टूडेंट, आपका राहुल क्लासरूम में स्वागत है। आज हम डिस्कस करेंगे जैक बोर्ड का क्लास 11 का सब्जेक्ट इंग्लिश का सेट 2 और ये आपके टर्म 2 के पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से बहुत ही इंपॉर्टेंट रहेगा। तो चलिए स्टार्ट करते हैं। देखिए ये पैसेज है आपका और इससे रिलेटेड आपको क्वेश्चंस दिए हुए हैं। देखिए पहला क्वेश्चन क्या है, व्हाई डज द डेवलप्ड वर्ल्ड हैव एन एज इन मेकिंग रैपिड प्रोग्रेस इन द डिजिटल रेवोल्यूशन? तो इट इज़ बिकॉज दे हैव एन एक्सेस ऑफ मॉडर्न आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस मॉडल्स. Why are the developing countries not able to make investment in the research and development needed for creating modern AI models? To answer this, they have more urgent priorities such as education, sanitation, healthcare, and feeding the population. देखिए आगे चलते हैं. What are the lowest scoring region in government AI readiness index using AI in public service? So it includes much of the developing world such as sub-Saharan Africa, the Caribbean, and Latin America, as well as some Central and South Asian countries. What does AI stand for? What are some of the functions of AI? So it stands for artificial intelligence. It makes the life of people easier at its powers facial recognition in smartphones and computer translation between foreign language system which filters spams, emails and identify toxic content on social media and can even detect cancerous tumors. How many countries were reported to have their own national AI strategic plans as of October 2021? तो आंसर देखिए 44 कंट्रीज हो गया इसका. नेम टू डेवलप्ड एंड टू डेवलपिंग कंट्रीज मेंशन इन द गिवन पैसेज. तो डेवलप्ड कंट्री यूएस एंड यूके, डेवलपिंग कंट्रीज हो गया चाइना एंड इंडिया. फाइंड आउट द वर्ड फाइंड आउट द वर्ड विच मीन्स द सेम एज ईगरनेस. तो इसका आंसर क्या होगा? कीनीनेस. ठीक है, आगे चलते हैं हम लोग. अब सेक्शन बी पे आते हैं. इसमें किसी दो क्वेश्चन को ही करना है आपको, ठीक है ना. तो क्वेश्चन है आपका, राइट अ लेटर टू द एडिटर ऑफ द इंडियन एक्सप्रेस मुंबई एक्सप्रेसिंग यू डीप कंसर्न ऑन डिप्लेनेशन ऑफ वाटर टेबल इन समर, सजेस्ट सम वेज टू कंजर्व रेन वाटर सो एज टू इम्प्रूव द कंडीशन ऑफ ग्राउंड वाटर. तो देखिए पहले एड्रेस हो गया आपका, जो सेंडर का एड्रेस होता है वो हो गया हारमोई कॉलोनी रांची, डेट हो गया. फिर किसको लिख रहे हैं? द एडिटर को. किसका, कहाँ का? न्यूज़पेपर का, द इंडियन एक्सप्रेस मुंबई. सब क्या? रिगार्डिंग द depletion of water level in the summers. So dear ma'am, my pain urges me to put down my feelings in your worthy newspaper. Most of the town area of Dhanbad is deprived of underground water. The town is developing very fast and huge population has gathered around 100 of apartments and houses are being built and people go for the boring for their drinking water. This has resulted in to a major shortage of the underground water. Through your newspaper, I would like to appeal the government to promote the rainwater harvesting and to stop the deep boring. The local government should provide the people with tap water supply so that they that there would be no inconvenience for the big population. I hope my letter will become a voice which will reach to the concerned authority. Thanking you. Truly yours, Ankita. ठीक है. You are Siva या Deepika, the head boy girl of your school. Write a notice to be displayed on your school notice board about the farewell program for class 12 that is to be organized in the school premises next day. चलिए फेयरवेल पे लिखना है नोटिस देख लेते हैं. तो एबीसी स्कूल, एबीसी हाई स्कूल माइथन नोटिस हो गया आपका. हमेशा बोल्ड में नोटिस लिखा जाता है. फिर डेट क्या है फेयरवेल प्रोग्राम है उसके रिलेटेड नोटिस है. तो देख लेते हैं. द नोटिस हेयर इज टू इन्फॉर्म यू about the farewell party which our school is going to organize for the class 12 student. The farewell party celebration has been organized on 10 June 2020. You all are invited to participate in the program and make it successful. If you want to contribute in any way, you may contact the undersigned. अजय कुमार, हेड बॉय. आगे चलते हैं. Write an article on the negative effect of video or या online games on student to be published in your school magazine. देखिए एक आर्टिकल लिखना है आपको, ठीक है. तो पहले आर्टिकल देख लेते क्या क्या किस पे आगे आर्टिकल लिख रहा है? द नेगेटिव इफेक्ट ऑनलाइन गेम्स. और कौन कौन लिख रहा है? तो इसका नाम आप यहाँ पे लिख दीजिएगा, भाई प्राची के द्वारा लिखा जा रहा है, ठीक है ना. तो अ सर्वे सजेस्ट that in India is a teenager spend around 6 hours per day on a smartphone. They mostly prefer YouTube videos, Instagram reels and online video games. How will it affect India? We all know that time is precious, but the adolescents do not understand this. Instead of studying and playing in the ground, they prefer wasting their time in front of a smartphone. It brings various hazards. The teenager concentration power gets destroyed. Their eyes may get damaged and the brain becomes blunt. Moreover, they may get attracted towards different forms cyber commit the cyber crime. They may crime or they may become a victim. The students are the best resources of our country and our human देखिए थोड़ा अलग हो गया human resources is being wasted. It is the prime duty of the government, the teachers and the parents to keep a check on the student. A student must not be allowed to be on smartphone for a long time. The real world made by good God by God is beautiful and refreshing. Whereas देखिए WH यहाँ लग गया है इधर तो whereas the virtual world is captivating and destructive. ठीक है आगे चलते हैं. सेक्शन सी में ऐसे एनी फाइव ऑफ द फॉलोइंग क्वेश्चन इज नॉट मोर देन 50 वर्ड्स. तो देखिए पहला क्वेश्चन व्हाट आर द फोर बायोलॉजिकल सिस्टम ऑफ द अर्थ. व्हाट इज द स्टेट ऑफ अर्थ बायोलॉजिकल सिस्टम नाउ एंड व्हाई. द forest, fissures, grassland and cropland are the four biological system of the earth. In the recent time, the human beings have exploited the badly damaged and these four biological system. आगे चलते हैं. For whom is tableau waiting and why. तो एट tableau या टैप इसको आप काट दीजिए डायरेक्ट इसको यहाँ से लीजिएगा. तो टैपलो was waiting for Mr. Crocker Harris. He had less attendance and the teacher had called him for extra classes. Then only he would get his remove cleared. तो फिर आगे चलते हम लोग. Why did the author want to go to Mount Kailash and challenges did he face on his way to the Mount Kailash? What? The author Nick Middleton wanted to go to the Mount. दोबारा से वाट आ जा रहा है ये वाट नहीं है आपका. ये वाला काट लीजिएगा. The author Nick Middleton wanted to go to the Mount Kailash to witness Okura as a challenge. He had to travel a long distance, having a different atmosphere, and he even felt sick at Hor and Darchin. Darchin एक साथ होगा. ठीक है आगे चलते हैं. What loss did the poet talk about in the poem Childhood? What did the poet realize when he crossed the age of 11 years? So in the poem, the poet wonders when he lost his childhood. He asks himself, what is the day when he ceased to be his childhood, if 11 that he lost? ठीक है. What short relationship do the father and the son have in the poem Father to Son? In the poem, the poet and his son had relationship like a stranger. They both live under the same roof, but they do not understand. Understand दिखे अलग हुई तो understand each other. What does the Elsa think is enough to pass the examination? So when Albert Einstein was saying that he would fail in the exam, Elsa, his cousin, told him to mug up the chapter and write it down in the examination. It would be enough to pass in the examination. Who was Joe Morgan? Why was he waiting for Dr. Andrew Manson? So Joe Morgan is one of the characters in the story, but his wife was to deliver a baby after many years of their marriage. Hence he was waiting for Dr. Andrew Manson. चलिए सेक्शन डी में आपको आंसर एनी ऑफ द फॉलोइंग करना है. तो देखिए आपको दो क्वेश्चन है. हु वर यूरी एंड Elsa? What role did play in Einstein's life? So Albert Einstein was studying for the diploma in a school in Munich, where he was unhappy. He had learning tests and facts by heart and kindly confessed his apathy of learning tests and dry facts. He believed in idea. He was equally miserable when he went to his ideology because of the violence around him there. The only people he could depend on were Elsa and Yuri. Elsa was his cousin who lived in Berlin. She encouraged him in his study and tried to assure him that it was not difficult to pass it. All he had to do was learn like a parrot, like other boys who did that and pass. Yuri, his friend, too, gave him a lot of support and introduced him to Ernest Will, helping him get out of his miserable existence in Munich. Describe the characteristics of Tableau in the play. The boring major. The Tableau is a young boy of 17 studying in the lower 50 grade. He is an obedient and hard-working student. He has great liking for science. He was just summoned for extra work by Crocker Harris for missing school for a day the week before. So, though he wishes to play golf on the last day before school closes, he obediently turns up to wait for his teacher. He is devoted to Mr. Crocker Harris when Tableau comes across Mr. Frank, the science teacher. Mr. Frank gets Tableau to discuss Mr. Crocker Harris and also encourage him to leave. Tableau replies that he cannot cut as Mr. Harris would probably follow him home. When Mr. Frank instituted that his teacher might awarded him with a fine result of doing extra work, Tableau refused it. रिफ्यूज होगा, ये टी आ गया आपका, रिफ्यूज इट and calling Mr. Harris a man of principle. He reiterates that Mr. Crocker Harris had told him that he had given him exactly what he deserved. Tableau is sincere to student who respected his teacher. तो ये आपका 19 क्वेश्चन था, ठीक है। तो अगर आपको मेरी वीडियो अच्छी लगी हो तो प्लीज़ लाइक शेयर और सब्सक्राइब करें और बेल आइकन की घंटी को दबाना ना भूलें। धन्यवाद।